Two, two, one, two. Two, two, one, two.
All right. This is good. It's good enough. two, one, two. You can have, yes, you can have that as well. Would you like? Oh, you got a dance.
Oh, yep, I'll start it. You can do them both.
I feel good. Okay. No, I'll go that way.
So you were telling me about forecast.
Yeah, it was.
Towards the end,
You want the one after Psalm 93?
no, we usually do them, but in a different format.
Okay. No, we'll do it at the end.
Yeah, because I have
Yeah.
so Florida, tell me about Florida.
It was good. I'm starting a cantor residence gig this year at Temple Beth Shalom in Florida. It's where the apple bounce go when they're in season. So it was really nice and warm. We got this, although we were in a hurricane, so that was kind of
Can you stay for the whole 9 yards Sukkot included?
no. Sukkot went to Israel with our kids. We just picked up and
I'm telling you, with Jonathan, we have fantastic partners. I said to him, these margins, I said, we'll never do all Rosh Hashanah for Rosh Hashanah. Let's go back to Sukkot and you know what? He stood to the task.
well, you know, if you're gonna do it in a way that is meaningful to you. The Silverman was deep stuff. Thank you.
You know, the writer is capturing your images. All right.
Sit down,
A good Shabbos, everyone. We're about to change the time after Shabbos at 2 a.m. on Sunday. We'll go for our fallback. It was the traditional, the non-daylight saving times, right? What the original times before the war started, and we insisted on having that daylight savings. And therefore, we are too late for davening a full mincha, right, tonight. And we will just recite Ashrei and then go for the necrology, and then we'll recite Mourner's Kaddish. And then big surprise for today, special Shabbat of Rabbi and Chazan. I'll tell you in a minute. Page 1. Ashrei Yoshvetecha Od Yelalucha Selah Shram Shekach פותח את ידיך ומשביע לכל חי רצון. תהילת אדוני דבר פיו לכל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד, ואנחנו נברך מעתה ועד עולם. Hallelujah. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the clergy of Temple Bethel, we offer sincere condolences to the family of Michael Kravitz, of 103 years of age. Really a great, quiet, beautiful human being who lived for such a long life. It's a beautiful testament to his influence in our community and his family. We continue also recalling the life of Martin S. Schron, father of our member who passed away, Susan Goss, Morton L. Epstein, Masha Vogel. We continue saying Kaddish for a whole year for Marjorie Ruth Chesson and Stephanie Krush. Yortzeit for Temple Beth Am, Alfred Stolberg, Isaac Winner, Max Bortnick, Irene Karsh. BHBI, Diane Hooker, Lottie Astrakhan, Alfred E. Hart, Saul Weinstein, Israel Astrakhan, Marian Grossman, Jacob Markin, Melly Beckler, Lean Cohen, Sophia Kamenik, and Riyad Toker. Any other name that we haven't mentioned from the other two synagogues, Temple Beth Am and BHBI? We now recall the lives of those who passed away that belonged to Temple Bethel. We recall the lives of Ruth Becker, Rodolfo Berkowitz, Ira Coleman, Philip Feldman, Anna Freifeld, Simon Sobel Gordon, Stanley L. Handelman, Arnold Kleinberg, Sheila Konar, Avram Lender, Jenny Simon, and Bertha Tyser. Is there any other name that I haven't mentioned for the Mincha service? So now mourners will rise and those of your side for the recitation of Kaddish Yatom, found on page 12. Id Gadal ve'ikadash Shem Rabbah, ve'olma divera chirutei ve'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon, u'v'yom echon, u'b'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba mevorach le'olam u'la'omei olmaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו הוא יעשה שלום Aleinu ve'al kol Israel v'imru amen. I want to make sure that you knew that we mentioned Rodolfo's name. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure, after being so lonely for this COVID-19 experience that we had the last 2 years, to see clergy, rabbi, and cantors perhaps, coming to Bethel and bringing with them great traditions, new things, exploring new horizons. They're here with us. Yes, it's Rabbi and Chazan Osterklein. I got that. But their first names are Eliza and Matt. Right? And they're here to enjoy, to participate, to show us a different way. And we're just delighted. We invite them now to the Bima. I'm going to be with you in the congregation. And although it's not a Shabbat off for me, but a little bit off. We are using our Sidurim, the service of the Kabbalat Shabbat. Begins usually on page 13, around those pages.
We turn together to page 14. Let us read in the English together at the bottom of the page, a Sabbath prayer. Dear God, help us now to make this a new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the world you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat. Lechune Ranana, page 15. page 17. All the way at the bottom by the box, we sing the words, Or Zarua la Tzadik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha, that light is sown for the righteous, that there's a seed of light inside each one of us, because we are all essentially good in our nature, in the way that we're born. We are good, and we can always tap back into that goodness that God puts inside of us. That's our light, and we can shine forth our light to others. So we're going to sing through the Hebrew, and then we also sing the words, Your light, my light, comes from the Holy One, the last two lines on page 17. Or Zarua la Tzadik, U Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua la Tzadik, U Yishrei Lev Simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, ve'odu lezecher kadshon. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, ve'odu lezecher kadshon. Your light, my light, comes from the Holy One. Your light, my light, comes from the Holy One. Try that English with us and really feel that and know that you have that light inside of yourself, that you are connected to the source of all, the source of light. Your light, my light, comes from the Holy One. Your light, my light, comes from the Holy One. Your light, my light, comes from the Holy One. Your light, my light, comes from the Holy One. We turn to page 20.
Mizmor leDavid.
Havul Adonai b'nei Elim. Havul Adonai. Kavod ba'oz. Hayin, hayin, hayin. Havul Adonai. Kevod shemo yishach. Havul Adonai. B'hadra kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim. El hakavod hirim. Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai We turn to Lecha Dodi as we welcome in the Shabbat bride. We feel the joy of Shabbat enter the room and into our presence, into our being for these hours. We're going to do the first 2 verses and the last 2 verses.
Lecha Dodi
Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela
Shamor Zachar
B'dibur Echad Yishmianu El HaMiuchad Adonai Echad U'Shmo Echad V'Shem Tiferet Le'Tila Lecha Dodi Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likra Kala
B'nei Shabbat
Nekabela
Likrat
Shabbat Lechu V'Nelcha Ki Mekor HaBeracha Merosh Mikedem Mesucha Sof Ma'aseh B'Machshavat Tchila Lecha Dodi Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likra Kala
B'nei Shabbat
Nekabela
Yaminu
Minusoti Protzi B'yad Adonai Taritzi Al Ya'ish Ben Parti Ben Yitzmecha Ben Agila Lecha Dodi Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat
Nekabela Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha ובצורה תוכנו הסגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך אדוני לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה לך אדוני לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה יאי
We turn to page 23. The first thing that we do once Shabbat is here is we give thanks. The psalm for Shabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, it is good to give thanks to God in every moment of our lives. Whether good, bad, whatever happens to us, we can always find a moment to give thanks. But Shabbat has the extra breath, the extra time for us to contemplate, to meditate, and to be grateful for all that we have and all that we are. Page 23.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות
Adonai. Tov lehodot Adonai. Ulezamer, ulezamer, לשמך עליון. טוב להודות
להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולה תבוא.
Page 24. Adonai malach geula veish avesh Adonai
מכל הזמנים רבים ונשמיע
עדותיך נאמנו מאוד לביתך נאווה קודש אדוני לאורך ימים. Shabbat Shalom again. A word of Torah before we go into Ma'ariv. This week's Parsha is Lech Lecha, so of course we have Abraham as our central figure. And Abraham is famously regarded as the first monotheist. I'm sure for most of us, that's what we've heard for most of our lives. Abraham was the first monotheist. He was the first person to believe in one God, to call out against the surrounding paganism that his family and he experienced, that truly there is only one God. But Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, if you're familiar with him, he translated a lot of the Talmud and comments on a lot of the Talmud. He's one of the great Jewish thinkers of the last century. He has a different take on Abraham and monotheism. He explains that actually monotheism, the belief in one God, in God's oneness, and in oneness in general, is the most primitive of human understandings. It is what a child knows first. It is what Adam and Eve knew in the Garden of Eden. Oneness, then, is a basic idea. It's the most basic idea. Rabbi Steinsaltz teaches that instead, polytheism is the evolutionary thought. As systems and cities, technology get more complex, human beings create more complex systems of religion as well, explaining a cause and effect through separation, attributing special powers to the sun or a tree or a statue. So Abraham then did not discover the idea of monotheism, of oneness. Abraham returned to the idea of oneness. So we're going to do a short meditation. If you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes, to get comfortable in your seat, to allow your mind to take you on a short journey, to take in a deep breath, now just feel yourself present in this room, in this space, in this moment. And in your mind's eye, I want you to blow a big bubble around yourself. The bubble is clear and glimmering and beautiful, and it protects you. And you're going to expand that bubble. So allow the bubble to expand past just you to the people who are next to you. And expand your bubble to all the people in this room. And expand your bubble to this entire building. And imagine that you can stretch the bubble even farther down the street. And this bubble of beauty and safety can surround all of Rochester. And expand your bubble to the entire state of New York. Allow your bubble to extend to our entire country. And push further for your bubble to cross the oceans to all the continents on the planet. And now your bubble gets even wider and bigger, reaching out into space, including our whole solar system. And know that you can push your bubble out into galaxies until you are at one with the whole universe. Every particle, everything that exists, is surrounded by your bubble, connected in oneness. Everything, all being, is in the Sukkot Shalom, in the Shekhinah, in the divine oneness. Take in a deep breath, filling your lungs and your belly, and let it out through your mouth. Another deep breath in. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So we keep that oneness with us as we move into Ma'ariv, and we find the oneness throughout Ma'ariv. We begin on page 28. When we feel that we are connected to everything that is, we see that we are blessings. Every single one of us is a blessing. And there's an amazing reality in the very beginning of Ma'ariv that we're given the capacity to bless God, that we can bless God, and we can bless each other because each one of us is a blessing. So I invite you to rise. And we're going to sing the words, "We can bless," "I am a blessing," "We can bless," and the words of the Baruch. We can bless, we can bless, I am a blessing. We can bless, we can bless, I am a So sometimes I find that when I introduce this, both the words, the tune, more the words, people are sometimes skeptical of the fact that they're actually blessings. Is there any skepticism here? I hope not. We want to really believe that each one of us is a blessing. That's what it means to be able to embody the mitzvot, right? We do mitzvot because we can act with blessing in the world. So really try to take into yourself, just like we did in the meditation, connection to source, connection to each other, to the whole planet, to the whole universe, that in that we are each blessings. So when you sing, I am a blessing, mean it, right? I am a blessing. We can bless. Let's try it again. We can bless, we can bless. I am a blessing. We can bless, we can bless. I am a blessing. We can bless. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Amborach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. We can bless, we can bless. I am a blessing. We can bless, we can bless. I am a blessing. We can bless. You may be seated.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים תמיד, ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב רבי.
Amen. Page 29.
אהבת
עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו וקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגד יומם ולילה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך והיה עם שמות ישמעו עצתם.
I will assure abundance in the future. For that the eyes wrap your spirit against you. By כי מהשמיים על הארץ, ויאמר להשם אדם ציצית, על כנפי ותגהם ולאדם ציצית, וליתם אותו זרעת בכל יצוות עיני וסביב ולעבודות תדעו לכם לאחרים, שזוהי לכם אל תזהו ועשיתם קדושותיי, ויתם קדושים לכם על ידי אשר ירצו תקראו ציציריים, זה לכם
Adonai Elohecha Memet. Adonai, 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 Adonai Elohecha Memet. Adonai, 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 Adonai Elohecha Memet. Adonai, 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 Adonai Elohecha Memet, Amen, Amen, Amen. Adonai, 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 Adonai Elohecha Memet. Page 32.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל אחד ושירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אליהם מלכותך ראו בניך בו כי היום נבנה משה זאבי אנו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ונאמר כי פדלנו את יעקב וגיע לו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל
Let's read together on page 33 the translation of Hashkivenu at the top of the page. Page 33. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace, and awaken us again, our sovereign, to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us, over all his people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat, shelomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat, shelomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו, מעכו עמו ישראל, בירושלים.
Page 34.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת Kabbalat Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם איי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה ויאמר יברך כילותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דרכו בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי המים יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לילה מכל מלאכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירן מעולמו ואמרו Amen.
We turn to the silent Amidah and we'll meet back together on page 38. Oseh shalom bimromav huyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Israel turn together to page 48? Page 48.
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצה במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך, סביינו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך, וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו ברצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בך ישראל מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. יתגדל ויקדש מרבה, וילמד יברכותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכון ומלכות וחייכו בישראל, והגע בזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח בדבריו נראה מעמדת דוד לדוד לוי תהלל שמדי קודשה בריחו לעילה במקום ברכת ושמתה דוש בחתה ונחמתה דם ירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן. תקבל סוד תולדות ישראל כבודם ההוד ישמעיה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיה וחיים עלינו מלכו ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום ירומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו Amen.
We're going to do Kiddush at dinner? Yes.
Kiddush at dinner.
Okay, so Aleinu, page 51. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שעונות השמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגוני מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, הם מלכנו ובזולתו, כתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום והשבותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתנו. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Please be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and Temple Bethel's clergy, we would like to offer sincere condolences to the family of Michael Kravitz and Martin S. Schron. Continue remembering the lives of Susan Goss, Martin Epstein, Masha Vogel, and saying Kaddish for a whole year for Marjorie Ruth Chesson and Stephanie Cruz. The Yortzar for this week from congregation Temple Beth Am, we recall the lives of Alfred Stolberg, Isaac Boiner, Max Bortnick, Irene Karsh. From congregation BHBI, Diane Hooker, Lottie Astrakhan, Alfred E. Hart, Saul Weinstein, Israel Astrakhan, Marian Grossman, Jacob Markin, Nellie Beckler, Lini Cohen, Sophia Kamenik, and Ria Toker. Is any other name that from those congregations that we recall tonight for this week? From Temple Bethel, we recall the lives on the 11th of Cheshvan of Samuel Berger, Esther Cohen, Marvin L. Falk, Louis Gerzog, Ethel Jacobson, Samuel Krieger, Fanny Levine, and Manuel Liederman. Any other name from our Temple Bethel for this week? Otherwise, the mourners and those who serve in Yortzai will now rise for the recitation of Kaddish Yatom, found on page 52. יתגדל ויקדש שמר רבה. אמן. בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמר רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. והתהדר והתעלה והתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום ממרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. Please be seated. Just brief announcements. It's with great pleasure that we welcome this wonderful rabbi-husband marriage made in heaven, I'm sure, with Rabbi Elise Osterklein Chazan. Osterklein who has come to Bethel 2 or 3 times already, Chazan, right?
My
The fourth time with us. It's really a great pleasure to have both of you this time. Tomorrow morning, to continue enjoying their company and their wisdom, we have a special morning service. We have a wonderful walk, a Jewish labyrinth with Rabbi Elisa Osterklein tomorrow at 10 a.m.
No, that's on Sunday.
That's Sunday.
Tomorrow is a
Is it?
chanting service.
Oop, our notes are wrong. So why don't you tell us better? Go ahead.
Tomorrow I'm offering an alternative service to the main service, a chanting and meditation Torah study service that will be in the chapel, I think at 10. Okay. At 10, I think.
At 10 o'clock.
And then on Sunday, Walking the Jewish Labyrinth is a class, and we're going to go to a labyrinth in the area, I think, at 10 o'clock as well.
And I'll be here with the rabbi at 9:30 in the morning. And we'll be here for Mincha and Mariv and Havdalah, and then I think I'll be with the kids on Sunday. So excited to be here.
Shabbat Shalom. 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Yasher koach to both of you. If you have made reservations for our dinner, we'll have kiddush and a motzi, and then enjoy a beautiful dinner for Shabbat. And then tomorrow morning, 9:30 for main services, and then 10 o'clock for that special program with the rabbi. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom לכולם. Hey, Chazan Asher.
Oh, I'm glad you found it meaningful.
Well, the theme is fantastic. New Age, fantastic. For me,